What's going on, guys? Today we have more parts to install on the G. I got some Stillen Gen 3 intakes, and we also have some springs, which we're probably gonna install next video. But I'm gonna get started with the intakes today. I'm not sure how far I'll get, but it's kind of late in the day already. And I think on these you don't have to take the bumper off. You can just take the grill off and be able to access the air ducts. So I'm gonna get started in strapping this down. This is not gonna be most like a step-by-step YouTube videos that I do, DIYs. I'm just gonna strip it down and get started on the install of the Gen 3 intakes. It's fairly simple. This is the HR model. So if you guys are looking for the dry filter option, there is the part number for the dry filter. And yeah, these go behind the grill. So do they require a tune? No, they do not require a tune. These can be ran completely without a tune. I think these cars from the factory, the HR model already come pretty spicy, pretty leaned out already. So by adding these in, we'll see how the car reacts. But we're gonna be tuning this at some point. Remember when I said I was gonna keep it stock? That's not gonna happen. You know, it's like a disease you can't get rid of, right? So I have that disease and I got it bad. So Gen 3 intakes going in. You guys probably saw the Vibrant mufflers sitting here in the dark. My new exhaust tips are here. I already have a custom exhaust. So it's got an ISR 3-inch white pipe and a custom 2.5-inch catback, which we're gonna install the muffler because this thing is too damn loud for me. There's some rearrangements a little bit in the garage. Got parts everywhere, stuff that goes in the Q60, stock heat exchanger, that kind of thing. Got some of my stuff organized in the rack here, but I got the Eibach, Eibach springs, whatever you call them, in the tow and camera bolt kit to avoid buying camera arms right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started on this installation. All right, guys, so got the bumper removed, intakes removed. It's fairly simple removing all this stuff. It's just time consuming if you don't want to break any tabs or anything like that. So I got the front bumper completely off. The foam piece that goes in there come off as well. And I accidentally broke a little piece of the foam inside, so putting it back in might be such a good time. But anyways, it's off. Now we're gonna do for the Stillen intakes, they require to go through these air ducts, and the 2.5-inch intakes do not fit directly through there. So some cutting is required on this right here. So we're gonna either go get a Dremel tool or see what I come up with to get that cut down. That way we can fit the intake piping all the way through. All right, so real quick before you begin cutting, you have to remove the air ducts. There's one bolt and two little clamps that go in. One look, let me show you the passenger side, might be easier to see. 10mm bolt that goes right there. It used to be there. There's a clamp that goes down there, another clamp that goes down here. And you pretty much remove these air ducts out of here, and then you're gonna cut the opening to fit the larger intake through there, or the intake piping through there. All right, so very important, Stillen provides these two 3.5-inch 3/8 hoses that go over the AC lines right here, so that you don't cut anything or rub on anything while you're driving. Doesn't cause any vibration in the intake system as well. So that's gonna go over right there. I'm gonna clean it up real quick, put some silicone so it slides over easy, and call it a day. All right, guys, so yeah, I got safety glasses on. I didn't want to get anything by. So I ended up using that right there, those bits on my drill. I went to Home Depot. They said it cuts through plastic, kind of like a rotary tool, the way you're designed. I was able to cut the holes in. No, not the best, but I actually have some stuff that I'm gonna put around this, like rubber, so it's all seated in nicely. And same there, the hole is cut. I'm gonna go ahead and seat that rubber all the way around and see if I have any left, and we should be pretty good to go. And while I'm in here, I'm gonna take the opportunity to clean my filthy throttle bodies. So interesting. I'm gonna see if I can find a flashlight. I don't know where my flashlight is right now, but I was gonna put a light in the manifold to see what it looks like inside. But throttle body is definitely gonna get cleaned. That way I don't have to do it at a later date. Alrighty, so throttle bodies are clean. I'm starting to route the piping for the Stillen intake, and or the piping I should say. And so far so good. This intake actually comes with a rubber piece, I would say like a piece of hose for the blow-by collection off the tubes here, but I actually just used a little bit of heat on my existing ones that were a little bit smaller to make them big enough to fit over, and then be able to fit it onto the inlet there. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish routing the piping and see what this side looks like. I know this is mounted right in the middle of the grill with a bracket right there, and yeah, this is coming along together. So I'll finish routing this side and cut back on. All right, guys, so we've had a little bit of a hard install here, simply because the way this bracket here is set up for the filter cover. This OEM bracket on the actual car is different than the G37, and this is a G35 kit, but for some odd reason, they still sent it this way, and I'm not sure if they knew about the way this bracket is set up compared to the one in the picture. So we're making it work either way. Slow progress, but I got one side complete, getting ready to finish out the other side. Pretty straightforward. The holes that you cut, I actually put some real thick tape around there to prevent it from scratching on both sides, and some foam padding, so that's not moving anywhere. It's pretty sturdy, and I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Otherwise than that, it's pretty straightforward install. I mean, tube here, tube there, couplers, and that's pretty much it. So let me get this side installed, and hopefully the car starts up with no issue. All right, and here we are, a couple of modifications later. We're good. I had to do a couple of custom modifications, so to speak. The bracket there, for example, this is more tailored towards the G37, the way it's set up. This OEM bracket here is different than on the instructions and the way in any videos that I've seen. Not sure why, but it is. I was able to make it work. The horn here, I had to bend the bracket back to fit it correctly, and a couple of things here and there that I had to modify in order to make it work. But we're all installed. I actually can't even use the engine cover back on. No big deal, and I'm probably not going to put the bumper on tonight. Pretty tired, but for the most part, it is completely installed. Once I get up in the morning, I'll give you guys a startup and show you guys, see if there's any issues or anything like that. So I'm going to call it a night, and see you guys in the morning. Alright guys, fast forward a few days. We got the intake finished up, then we started on the suspension, and I dropped the camera after that, after having so much trouble to get this rounded up bolt off the freaking strut. I had such a hard time. It took a few days to actually get it done, and thanks to my friends here in Dallas who were able to, one, loan me his garage, and two, go back and forth with me to the store to order, get parts and order parts. Shout out to Z1 for sending me the parts that I needed. But yeah, the intakes are finally in. I got to drive them. I'm gonna go for a little bit of a drive here when I get the car running again, but the car is running. Sorry, it's just the suspension. I'm missing one bolt, and it's an OEM bolt. They don't sell it aftermarket anywhere, so that's getting ordered, and that should be here shortly. But the car is lowered on Eibach springs. Here's the rears, pretty good, no wheel gap whatsoever. For right now, that'll be good till the struts give out. Then we'll go to coilovers, but for right now, cost efficient. The springs will do. That's the rears, that's the fronts. Still a little bit of wheel gap, but that's okay for a daily. And my rotors are really rusted out on the back part of it. I thought they were zinc coated when I got them, but apparently a bunch of bullshit. So that's okay. You know, you guys know me. BBK is going on here soon either way. Just gonna have to find a kit online, a used kit to rebuild, color the color that we want, and you know, she'll be all ready to go. So with the wheels that are going on here, because you guys know me, I'm not keeping anything stock. That's a bunch of bull crap. We're going to be doing some 370Z wheels. Not the Nismos, but these right here. Hopefully it looks something like this. I was going to try and do a square setup of 4 rears, but this is a rear-wheel drive car. We'll keep it staggered, no problem at all. So that way I can switch on and off different wheels in the back if I need to for racing or whatever. Yeah, daily racing. And that'll be it. So just want to give you guys a short update on what's going on. Work has been killing me, so a lot of hours at work, and I haven't enough time to update. So other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate the support. See you guys in the next update.